To flog or not to flog? That is the question these learned people will be asking, as today, Flog It comes from the world-famous university city of Cambridge. Cambridge has been grooming bright young things since the 13th century. Today's students are following in the footsteps of Oliver Cromwell, Charles Darwin and Sylvia Plath, people who have shaped the history of politics, science and art. And now we've brought our own academics to Cambridge. Witty, educated, erudite. No, not me. That's our experts, Catherine Southern and Charlie Ross. And it's their job to get you the very best price for your antiques at auction. But first, you'll have to bring them along to one of our valuation days. And today, we're in Homerton College, which is part of Cambridge University. Once you've unearthed your hidden treasures, our experts will give them a value. If you like their price, then it's on to the auction where their predictions are put to the test. So let's just see if it's going to be all's well that ends well, or much ado about nothing. And we're always looking for surprises, both the highs and the lows. The first thing Catherine's got her hands on is Lilia's little dog.
Lilia, who's this?
This is Willie. I've had him since 1930. It was given to me by my mother for my 5th birthday. That was 73 years ago, dare I say it. But,
so how can you bear to part with him?
I moved recently from Cambridge to Ely, to a very small place, and something has got to give. Then rather than have it squashed in a corner, I would rather like somebody else to make use of it.
Make use of him. Yeah, it must be quite a sad moment for you.
It is, it is. I got quite attached to it.
Now, I think probably he is German.
I don't know. At my age, I didn't ask questions.
You didn't ask questions, you just...
Because we were not allowed to have live dogs where we lived at the moment, so that was the next best thing.
Right, OK. Now, if we turn him upside down here, I can feel a sort of, I can feel a sort of squishy thing going on here. And I guess you used to press him and then it used to be, or this sort of barking.
Spitzbark, yes.
Spitzbark. What's a Spitzbark?
Spitz, that is a Spitz dog, you know, the miniature Spitz.
Ah, Spitz.
And they have this rather high-pitched bark.
High-pitched. And when did that sort of die? When did this little bark
I can't
die?
remember, but it probably was overused anyway.
Yeah, you're probably doing it a bit too much.
Because I had 2 brothers.
Ah, right.
You know.
Now, in terms of value, he, as I say, he hasn't got a name. Difficult to sort of pinpoint him, but still, he's a lovely, charming little dog with a really quite a nice little face. I will probably say about 30 to 50 pounds. How does that sound?
Value doesn't matter really to me because it's more a sentimental value.
But would you be happy to sell at that sort of figure?
Yes, I have to get rid of many things at the moment, unfortunately, and this is one of them.
Right. Well, it's not an awful large amount of money, but fingers crossed it should, you know, we should do well with it. Every dog has its day, and let's hope that it finds a good owner.
That's what I
and a happy owner, and one who looks after it as much as you have.
Very good.
Thank you.
Next up, Emma and Chris have got a lively landscape for Charlie.
What can you tell me about this painting?
Well, it actually belongs to my mother-in-law, and it was given to her mother in 1947. She was in service.
So the question is, why are you selling it?
She doesn't really like it.
No.
And unfortunately, having just turned 70 now, her legs are not what they are. She was unable to come along herself today.
Right, so you're representing her.
So we're here to represent her.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's an oil-on canvas, as I should think no doubt you know. It's in a very ornate gesso plaster-moulded frame, which is in surprisingly good condition for its age. Yes, it has a little bit of damage at the corners, but by and large, it's in pretty good order. And I think we can probably look at the frame and the picture and say 1860, 1870, certainly a 19th century picture. It's got its original old nameplate at the bottom here, which is charming, and of course coincides with the actual signature on the painting here. I think you can tell, matching the subject with the name, that it's Russian, or if it isn't Russian, it's Polish.
Russian or Polish,
but it's
yes.
got to be there or thereabouts. It's not an English landscape scene,
Okay.
that's for sure, which leads us on to the subject. What I think is that this chap has been collecting reeds, and he's on his way home, and suddenly a pack of hounds have scared the horses. They have bolted, and this man is doing a very good job at hanging on for dear
life.
Yeah. With regard to value, not knowing the artist, I would have to say £300 to £500.
Wow.
Well, I think it's worth that sort of money. But let's protect it at 200 and estimate it at 3 to 5.
Well, that'll be lovely if charity can benefit from it, or part of
Splendid.
it.
If it's a cancer charity, we
That's right, and
that's
then
great.
mother-in-law can spend a bit on the garden that she enjoys.
Jolly good.
Hopefully, Chris will do well for his mother-in-law. Catherine's wagging her tail because she's found some more dogs, and this time they're puppies.
Katia, we got a nice little piece of Netski here. Where does this come from?
Well, I bought it while I was at Norwich Art School. They used to have a fair every Wednesday, and I bought it from there. The lady at the time had several bunny rabbit ones, but I prefer the two little pups.
Little pups, is that what they are? I was
think
just looking
so.
at them, trying to work out actually
They've
what
got
they are.
little tails.
They've got little tails. They're two sort of pups that are sort of intermingled, aren't they? And did you know that it was a piece of Netski?
No, I just liked how they were intertwined, like you say.
So you bought it just because you liked the
The look of it.
you like the pups. This actually would have formed part of a toggle, which would have gone at the end of a Japanese kimono. If we turn it up here, you can see there's two little holes here, and that's where there would have been a cord that would have been threaded through, and then it would have hung on the end of the kimono. Date-wise, I think it's probably sort of late 19th century. It's not a very early example. You do get them much earlier, sometimes as early as 16th century. And underneath it as well, we've got this little sort of Japanese signature. I think it's a Japanese signature. Unfortunately, I don't read Japanese, so I haven't got a clue what it says. But nevertheless, it's still a nice piece. But is it something that you're thinking of selling?
Yes, it is, yes. Katia was going to start a collection, but now we've got a little boy. You know, it's just finding the time and the money, and the money will come in handy because we're hoping to extend our property, so every little bit helps, you know. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you know now that it's got a little bit of a value.
Yeah.
Well, I would think probably in the region of about £30 to £50. Not an awful lot, but it's a cute subject. It's quite late. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's better than what I paid for.
What did you pay again?
£8.
£8, well, that's fine, isn't it? We'll hope that it makes a little bit more. So we're going to see you at the auction in a couple of weeks.
No, unfortunately, we'll be going away on a honeymoon, so...
Oh, on your honeymoon? So when are you getting married?
We're married already.
Oh, you're married, so
Got
it's...
married a couple of weeks ago.
Oh,
This is like a late
honeymoon.
Oh, wonderful. But you're not going to be here, so is there someone that can come, a friend?
Got a
couple
couple of
friends.
friends.
It's Ash and Lynn.
Ash and Lynn. OK, Ash and Lynn, we'll see you there then.
Let's see if we can do well for the honeymoon hopefuls. Charlie's got his hands on a beautiful wooden antique. But what is it?
Joan, you brought this along for us today. What can you tell me about it?
Well, it was in my aunt's house,
Yes.
and it was on the mantelpiece, and it's been there for many years. And I've seen it from a little girl onwards, and she was 96 when she died.
Yeah.
And she's been dead about 25 years.
Yeah.
And she had it all her life.
Well, I'm not surprised because it's early. It's a lovely piece of treen, small piece of wood made of boxwood. It's quite light. And I think in terms of date, it's of the Regency period. It's 1820, 1830 possibly. And of absolutely classical Adam form. The turning is delightful. There's a little bit of damage on the top. You can see the crack here where somebody's either over-screwed it or it's been dropped and cracked, but I don't think that really matters. And to a collector of treen, this would be well sought after, and I think be quite exciting if we came to sell it in relative terms. Why are you selling it?
Well, I'm getting older,
No.
and I think it's time it went. It's. I think a collector would probably enjoy it.
I'm sure a collector will go bonkers over this. The beauty of this, unlike an ordinary table or a chair, this will go to somebody that really, really wants it. It's got a lovely old patination. You haven't cleaned it and scrubbed it like some people would have done to try and get the dirt off it. It's exactly as it should be, I think. What is it?
Well, I thought it was for powdering wigs.
Powdering wigs. I mean, I looked at it from a distance and thought, well, it could be a sugar shaker. Well, it isn't a sugar shaker. I then thought, let's have a little smell and see if it was spices of some sort. There's nothing emanating from there. There could be a sweet sort of smell, so perhaps you're right. I think there'll be a lot of interest in this when it comes up for sale. And I think we can safely estimate this at £100 to £150. And you don't have any qualms about selling it?
No.
No?
No.
And we hope it's a wig powderer.
It's been a fabulous morning so far, but now let's just see if our experts' valuations will turn into a Midsummer Night's Dream for our Flog It hopefuls. Lilia will be saying a fond farewell to Willie, her favourite pet for 73 years, but she's hoping for £30 to £50 in return. Charlie's hoping Chris and Emma's Russian painting will bolt out for up to £500, but is its condition good enough to make the finishing line? Chris's Japanese netsuke was an unusual investment for £8, and Catherine's hoping to quadruple that at the auction. And we'll take Charlie's word for it that he knows a wig powderer when he sees one. But Joan will certainly recognise £150 if she sees that. Today's auction is at Cheffins in Cambridge. But before things get underway, I'd better have a quick chat with our rather dapper auctioneer, Will Axon, about some of our valuations. Katia and Neil's little netsuke.
Yeah.
There's two little puppy dogs sort of rumbling around and tussling with each other.
Yep.
Kat and Neil are trying to put the money towards house renovation, so
Yep.
they've decided to flog this. Catherine, our expert, has put £30 to £50 on it.
Right, I think bearing in mind that the fact that it is a little late,
Yes.
it might just be a touch too much, but I know from looking at the sheets that the reserve's lower than that. I think £25 is the mark, so I think it stands a chance.
Yeah, it's simple in form. It's not that intricate, is it? Like you'd expect. a
Exactly,
netsuke.
it lacks the depth and the quality of carving from the earlier examples,
Which
which
was
are
so
highly
skilled,
collectible.
weren't
Yeah,
they?
and they were intended for use, whereas this never was.
No. Well, let's hope it does get the £30 to £40 mark, because she wants to put the money towards some house renovations.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Out of all the lots, I think this is the one that I'd like to own and take home if I could.
Yeah, I think I agree with you.
I love table treen.
Yes.
Charlie, our expert, has put a valuation of £1 to £150 on this.
Yep.
He's called it powder shaker for a wig.
Yeah.
And he's called it boxwood, but I'm pretty sure, after looking at this, it's sycamore.
Yeah,
It's got a turn sycamore.
I think you're right. I also don't think it's for a wig sifter. I think it's more likely, as you said, a bit of table treen. I think it's likely of its period, sort of early 19th century, to be for the table, to contain spices or peppers. Commonly called a muffiner.
Really?
Yeah, sprinkling cinnamon on hot muffins or hot toast.
Oh, that's quite cute, isn't it?
Yeah,
actually?
it's nice, it's good. And, you know, they were good, practical household items that were intended for use. But I think on the valuation, £150, I think he's probably on the mark, maybe a little high.
And I reckon this will sell. I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah,
gonna
I
sell.
hope it will. I hope it will.
Will sounds cautiously confident. Let's see if he's got any buyers in the hall. First lot is Lilia's little dog. Lilia, this is a tremendously big day for you, isn't it? We're here at the auction, we're on TV, but not only that, when the auction's over, you're flying straight out to Switzerland.
That's right, yes.
That's one hell of a packed-in day, isn't it?
That's right, yes, but I had to do it this way. I had no option. And that's also where my little doggy came from.
I know, and you were given to it when you were 5 years old. Do you feel a bit upset now?
No, not really, because I was just squashed between blankets and my 75 albums. And every time I wanted an album, I have to take him out because I have got very little space.
Well, let's hope somebody falls in love with him in the sale room and gives him a good home.
Right. Yes, that's what I would
Yeah,
like.
should we
yes.
do that?
Yes, you should.
We're looking for
do the
30 to
serving.
50 pounds, aren't we? Can you see us doing that today now, Catherine? No. Now you're here.
I think that's what it's worth, but whether it's actually going to make that, I think it's a tricky one. I think, to be honest, they are sitting on their hands a bit, so...
We've got a
I don't know.
£25 reserve. It's got such a cute face. It's worth 25 quid.
It's worth
really
25 of
is.
anyone's money, but whether
Yeah.
they actually stick their hands up,
We'll
who
see.
knows?
We're going to find out in a minute. And the £25 will go to what? What would you put that towards? It's not a lot of money. The airport tax.
No, I know. That's right. Exactly. All right. Even less than that.
Oh, well, let's see if we can get
No,
you
that
there.
doesn't worry me.
Pay your airport tax. Fingers crossed and good luck. The very best of luck. Here we go.
47 has it. 220 now is the toy dog. There we are, the toy dog. Sweet little peas there then. The toy dog there. Start me in. No labels or marks on it, but there we are. See me in. We know what the British relationship with the dogs are. There we are. Fall in love with it and give me what? £30 for it, surely. £30 will you bid me only at £20. I'll take then 20 and then 10 I have at 10. At £10 now with me. At £10 only bid at 12. At 12 now doorways in. At £12 now left-handed at £12 now. You all done elsewhere. You're sure at £12 now 15 bid. At 18 now 20 bid. 5 I'll take. 25 now left-handed at 25. You're out right-handed now. 25 it is now on my left. Are you sure at £25? Make no mistake. All done at 25. Sold.
Sold.
It's okay. That's good.
There was a dip then, there wasn't there? I thought, oh, it's struggling at 14 to 15. It's gone. £25, it's gone.
Oh, well, I hope somebody will take care of it.
I feel sad for you.
I do as well. I feel
really
like
sad.
a lump in my throat.
Oh, I'm a dog lover as well. I just feel so
Yes, so
sad.
am I. So am I.
We'll get a Polaroid and we'll take a little picture of it before the new owner takes it away.
Oh, that would be nice. That would be nice.
Oh, I feel ever so sad.
I know, I
Do
do as
you?
well.
Yeah, it's kind of taken the whole sort of euphoria of selling it off.
Well,
It's
then
just
I
like-
should have given it to you.
No, I
really.
don't want to. I don't know if I'm happy or sad for Lilia, but at least her dog has found a new home. The Russian painting is up next. It's a lively piece, but will someone want it on their wall? Emma, Chris, good to see you. Got matching colours on.
I know.
You're tonally correct. I love this Wolski painting, I really do. I just hope we're going to sell it here today because there's not a lot of fine art here. But fingers crossed. We've got a lot of strong buyers here, though.
I hope so.
So good luck. We're looking at 3 to 5.
I'll be happy with 200.
You'd be happy with no.
You told me you'd be happy with the tenner.
I would be.
So I shall get a real rocket if it gets unsold at £150.
You certainly will.
Under serious pressure.
You will.
Nan will not be happy.
No, and we'll get Charlie on the show a lot more so we can humiliate him a lot more over it.
I love it. I love it.
Nervous?
Very. Well, if it doesn't go, I've got to keep it.
Well, put it on the wall and enjoy it. Get it cleaned. and
No.
enjoy it. Oh, you should. You should.
No.
Give
Well,
it
look,
to me and I'll...
look. It's the moment of truth now because here it comes. Look, the porter's holding it up.
61 now is the E. Wolski painting. There we are, the all on canvas of the horse and sleigh. There we are. See me in. There's interest in this. A host of bids. I've got conflicting bids. Some are very low, some are a bit higher. See me in. I'm bid here at 110, 120, 130, 140, and 50 with me at 150 bid. At 150 now, the bids with me at 150 bid. At 150 now. Is anyone in the room at 150? Are you bidding now at 150? At 150 now. 150 bid at 150. It's my commission bidders then. The room's quiet. You're in, sir? You want 160, sir?
A bit more.
At 160. Were you bidding, sir? You've turned away. You bidding, sir? 160, 160, thank you. At 160 now. Who else is in at 160? You bidding, no? It's you and me. At 160, 170. No, you're out already? At 170 then with me. At 170, 180. 180 now. The Russian buyer at 180. At 180 now, 190 with me. At 190 with me. 200 if you like. 200 bid. At 200 bid now, ladies bid at 200. At 200 now. I'm still in at 210. At 210 bid. At 210, no, shakes the head at 210. At 210, still my commission bidder in at 220. Takes all three other bidders out. At 320 now with me. At 220, sorry. At 220. £100, there we are. At £220. Sold 220.
It's great to get that down. 220.
Yeah.
Oh, well done.
How do you feel about that?
Ecstatic.
The pressure's off now,
Fran
isn't
will be
it?
absolutely delighted.
You haven't got to take it home.
No.
Oh, God. It's really good.
Oh, no, it's got rid of it.
Thanks for being such good sports.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Can I? Mwah.
And one for me.
Yeah. Mwah.
£220 seems cheap for the painting, but it didn't stop Emma being generous with the kisses. Lovely. Next up, Katya and Neil's Netski. Well, Kat and Neil can't be with us today. We've got their best friend substitutes. Now, they're somewhere very special, aren't they? They're on honeymoon.
That's right.
Whereabouts?
They're in Kefalonia, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah. So hopefully it's nice and sunny for them.
And hopefully still madly in love.
Well, yeah, let's hope so, yeah.
The Netski. What did you think of the Netski?
It was an unusual little piece. I think it was quite an ornate little carving. And it was the unusualness of it, I think, that caught everybody's eye. Really.
Yeah. Are you into antiques yourself?
Not really. We're quite virgins at the auctions.
So if they hadn't have said stand in for us, there's just no way you'd be in a sale room like this?
Probably not, eh?
Wow.
Probably not.
Are you pleased you're here now?
Yeah, it's been great. Yeah.
Will you come to more antique sales?
I think we will now.
Good. Well, Catherine, are we still confident? We've got a 25 quid reserve.
Oh, come on, it's got to be worth 25, isn't it?
I think so. Where can you buy a Netski for £25?
It's got to be worth 25. No problem.
We're going to find out right now.
No problem.
There we are. We'll skip on to lot 431, which is the Netski, if we will. We'll scroll on to lot 431, which is the Netski. Simeon, what is this worth to you? The Netski there, nice little one there. The carved dogs, there we are, the two carved dogs. Simeon, if you will, start me at £30.40, if you will, at £30 there for the little carved Netski at 30. 20 then do I see at £20, then bid me at 20. £20 I have. At £20 now, the bid's with me at 20. At £20 now, bid at 20 now. At 20 now, 2, thank you. At 22 now, it is left-handed at 22. Do I see 25 anywhere at 22? It is now left-handed at 22. 25, if you will, now you're bidding, sir? At 22, it is left-handed at 22 now. Shakes the head at 22, all done. Not sold, I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen.
One more. That's all we needed.
Oh, it's not exactly big bucks, is it? A couple of quid.
Oh, dear.
Never mind.
What meaned?
No.
Well, no luck for the honeymoon couple, but hopefully they'll have other things on their mind. Last up is my favourite, but then anything made of wood catches my eye. Joan, it's good to see you. You look lovely.
Oh,
you really
thank you.
do. I'm a great fan of Treen, and I know Charlie is as well. We love table Treen. We're looking for £100 to £150. Were you happy with that valuation?
Very.
Yeah?
Yes.
Well, let's hope we get that, or get the top end of that anyway. I had a chat to the auctioneer earlier, and he mused over it and enthused over it, and he seems to think it was for ginger or for nutmeg, rather than for powdering wigs. So
we don't think that, do we?
You don't? Oh, conflict of interest.
No. Well, we've taken the top off and we've had a really good sniff.
There is no smell of spice.
I've licked my finger and rubbed it up, and I would have thought there just might have been some sort of staining on the finger, and there's no evidence there at all.
It would impregnate in the grain.
So I'm going along with Joan's expertise on this one. There has been a third suggestion that perhaps it's a sander for sanding letters. You know, people didn't have blotting paper. But I still think the old wig powder is the job.
This is a great story, isn't it, really? We should all become detectives and follow this along into another series.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. We know how you came across it. Why are you selling it?
Well, I'm not a collector, and I'm sure somebody else is.
But that's a very good starting point for table Treen.
Right. Yes, well, I'm a bit too late, I think, for collecting.
Well, let's hope it gets the top end anyway. Well, good luck, everyone. Here it is.
Here about 3 times. Now we're on to 282, the Boxwood Treen wig powder shaker. There it is. Make your own mind up. I think it's a muffiner. I think it's for the table rather for the wig. But there we are. Simeon, what's it worth to you? Start me in at £100 for it, if you will. £100. Start me anywhere. £100 will you bid me? Where are you at £100? 80 then surely for it at £80 now. Commission bidders are in then at 80. At £80 I'm bid. At £80 I have now. Commission bidder at 80. At £80 now. Where are you at 5? Are you bidding? 5, thank you. At 85 now left-handed. At 85 now. You and me at 85. 90 with me. 5 if you like. 90 with me, 5 if you like. No, shakes the head, then it's with me at £90. You're all done in the doorway. You're sure at £90 all done. Sold at 90.
It's sold.
£90.
Yes.
Just
very
above the
faint. Yes, all right. All right.
Happy with that?
Very.
Good.
Oh, well, that's
Yes.
good. That's good.
Good.
Yes. I'm amazed, actually.
Are you?
Yes.
Are you? I just loved it. I just thought it was such a beautiful
Well, it was
object.
right.
I'd like to think that it was made for a spice, but was never used for a spice. That's my opinion.
Okay.
I do think it looked right on the dining table because it sort of got the shape of the sort of the George III sort of silver sort of pepper
Well,
shape.
being nearly completely bald myself, you see, I was thinking of the powder. I think it's more my sort of scene,
Yes.
really.
Yeah.
Well, the mystery goes
I
on.
could have
Who
used it.
knows, actually, if someone's watching at home and they do know its origin and what it was used for, maybe they could let us know.
Yep.
Charlie and Catherine came pretty close with their predictions. Only the newlyweds Netsky didn't find a buyer. When you're in Cambridge, there's only one real way of getting around, and that's in one of these, a romantic punt. But there are, of course, plenty of other ways of getting from A to B, and one that we take for granted is by air. Here at the Imperial War Museum in Duxford is one of the world's largest collection of vintage aircraft, and many of them are kept airworthy by a dedicated team of volunteers and engineers. Frank Crosby is Duxford's marketing manager, and he's always had a passion for planes, so I put him in my sights to find out more about the planes in this collection. Can you tell me a little bit about the plane behind you, the Spitfire behind you?
Well, this Spitfire is a flyer. We've got lots of aircraft that fly here at Duxford, which really sets us apart from other aviation museums. This aircraft was built during the Second World War. It has some history, and we're just so pleased to have it here on display.
Yeah. Can you still buy them on the market?
You can. The market for warbirds, like the Spitfire, it's a global market. And one of the main markets, if you like, is in the States. There are lots of aviation collectors over there. There's one on the market now that isn't even finished, and it's up for $1.2 million.
That's a lot of money, isn't it?
It is.
That really is. And I've noticed the Messerschmitt 109, a German plane. Is this the only German plane you have in the collection?
It is pretty well, yeah, and that's a genuine Second World War Messerschmitt 109. In fact, that's the only one that's in a museum that actually came down during the Battle of Britain. That aircraft, in the same way that antiques are worth rather more if you have good provenance.
And history.
And history. We know when that aircraft came down. We got pictures of it in a field in Sussex the day it came down during the Battle of Britain.
Really? What condition was it in then?
It wasn't great because it actually crash landed, but what we've done is we've restored it to just as it was on the day it actually came down.
Sympathetically?
Yes.
Yeah. I bet that's priceless then, isn't it?
It is. We couldn't even consider how much that might be worth, but it would be an awful lot of money.
Mm. When you're sourcing for aircraft to buy for the museum, it must be very difficult to put a value on it. How do you go about valuing a certain aircraft?
It is very hard because how can you compare a Lancaster that's got wartime service if there are no others around? It's very difficult.
Very.
Thankfully, because we are a museum, lots of things do get donated to us, so we don't have to worry about buying them. However, with things like fighters, they're worth perhaps $1 million or in excess of those. It's interesting to compare those to some wartime bombers that do come up for sale in the States. Twin-engine bombers, perhaps like the B-25.
Yeah, the
they're
larger
actually
ones.
worth less than the single-engine fighters. I think perhaps it's more of to do with the character of the fighter aircraft. People are more interested in the kind of the whole Biggles romance.
Yes, it's an
side of
icon,
things.
isn't it, really?
Yeah, that's right.
During the Second World War, Duxford was also an important base for the American servicemen. And today, a group of volunteers reenact scenarios from those times. Everything they use and wear is genuine and authentic, from the hats on their heads to the buttons on their tunic. Kevin Lewis and Andy Dick have been reenacting the American Air Force's role in World War II for nearly a decade. How did it all start? What was the first thing you bought?
I think probably one of the first things I bought was the fur felt crush cap. So they could wear these in the plane and
fold it up and put it in their tunic.
The bills are soft leather.
And how much would you pay for something like that?
That cost me £95 10 years ago.
What uniform are you wearing? What would you be doing in the forces with that on?
Well, this is actually a pair of flying overalls.
So you'd wear that in the plane while you were
pilots would wear this to keep their underclothes clean.
I've got to say, look at these boots. Look at that. They're all sheepskin lined. Surely they must be very hot, but they were to keep you warm, I guess.
Yes. When these guys were actually flying, it would be below zero, sometimes as much as 50 degrees.
Wow. And Kevin, what are you dressed as? What are you wearing?
This is obviously more of a dress uniform. You'd wear this when you weren't flying, sort of around the mess, down the town.
Immaculately cut.
It's very smart.
You're going out to pick the women up in Cambridge, in that,
Absolutely.
aren't you? You've even got a parachute. Where do you buy something like that?
I found that on the internet on an online auction.
Does it work?
I dare say it does, but I've not.
You've not pulled the strings?
No, I never dared to do that. No.
How much would you pay for that?
Well, I actually paid £560 for that.
How much? £560. Well, I never.
But it's a sort of thing. It's obviously quite hard to come by.
Is it a silk parachute in there?
It is. Yeah, it is actually the original chute in there. You can just see it in the top there.
Every schoolboy's dream, and one of mine, was to own one of those authentic American leather flying jackets. And you've got one there, haven't you? Can we look at it?
Well, this is the Type A2.
It's got texture and wear on that, isn't it?
Very good jackets. They were actually made under a contract price for the US government of $22.50.
Wow, look at this, look at that. That reminds me of my old school shirt. When I left school, everybody signed it. Are there any famous names on there, majors or colonels?
There's a Major General Lou Lyle on there somewhere. Genuine World War II A2s, they can fetch anywhere from £500 upwards. If it's got artwork painted across the back or a squadron patch on it and it's the real thing, then they could be £1,000 plus.
Fantastic jacket, and it's even got its genuine whistle. Look at that. I know the English salute that way, don't they? Sideways. How do the Americans do it? So it's straightforward. Okay, guys, well, I know you've got some flying to do, so I'm going to dismiss you. Dismissed. It's time for me to wing it back to the valuation day, where Ali has brought in a nice, plump Victorian chair. Ali, this is a super little chair. How did you come across it?
About 15 years ago, some friends moved into my village and they started renovating an old mill house. And they actually found this stuffed at the back, looking very tatty and sad. And at the time, I'd just started doing upholstery lessons. So I was looking for something to use.
This was your first attempt?
Yes.
I think you've done a
Very
remarkable
unusual
job.
shape.
The shape is very decorative, very unusual,
is.
but to do a button back as well.
Yes, it was a bit challenging.
When I first saw this, when you first brought it in and put it on the table, I thought, it looks part of something. It looks like a conversation sofa. You know the way you have...
Yes, I do know what you mean.
And the back looks identical to that. And I thought, well, if this is made of wood, it's come from it. But this is not. It's sprung in metal,
Metal.
isn't it?
It's got a metal frame. Yes,
Yeah.
very solid.
And have you felt the weight of this?
Yes, I have. I've upholstered
Weighs
it.
a ton. So it's definitely right. It was made like this.
Yes.
I don't know if it's a salon chair or a nursing chair, because it's the right height for a nursing chair.
Yes, it
but
is.
nursing chairs normally have more of a balloon back, don't
Yes, they do.
But as this is sprung, it will take
A big weight.
a big weight
Yeah.
for a nursing chair. So I'd rather stab for a nursing chair than a salon chair.
Right.
And it's definitely Victorian, and I reckon it's circa 1880, something like that.
Oh, really?
But if we...
Okay.
Oh, this is the real thing, because it weighs
very heavy.
a ton.
Yes, it is.
But look at that. It's got the most wonderful turned walnut legs. The back legs are walnut as well. And they go into this subframe, which is beech.
Right.
And that's a sign of quality.
Yes, it's
It
beautiful.
really is. I think you did well to get this for nothing, you know. I really
Well,
do.
it was extremely tatty and very, very dirty.
Did you put this webbing on?
Yes, I did. I should have actually put the Hessian on
You
underneath,
should have-
shouldn't I?
yes,
I think I probably got fed up with
Okay,
it
shall
by
I give
then.
you marks out of 10 now?
Yes.
You'd have done a much better job than I could never attempt this, so I think you're very brave. Why do you want to sell it?
It's very much a decorative piece, and it's sort of been in the corner for a long time, looking pretty rather than being used.
Any idea of its value?
I haven't. No, I haven't at all.
I think for auction purposes, I think we could definitely say a reserve of £80
Right.
and put a value of 80 to 120 on it.
Right.
Would you be happy to put it into auction?
Yes, I would. I'd like to get the upper end.
Oh,
of the
I
rest
would
of
love
it.
you to get that. I'd love you to get
£80
around.
does seem a little cheap for all the amount of effort that's gone into it.
You've probably spent less on it,
Yes.
haven't you? Well, let's give it a good go. Give it a
Okay.
good innings, get lots of exposure, lots of photographs, get it on the website, get it in the catalogue.
That'll be lovely.
And let's hope it gets the top end.
Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure.
Susie, thanks for bringing along this wonderful selection of tiles. Got some very nice examples here. So how did you come about these?
Got them from junk shops
Right.
in the Midlands, where
Mhm.
I live at the moment, except for this one, which is from my mother's fireplace.
Well, I think they're wonderful, and I think something that would appeal to interior designers or somebody who's, I mean, myself actually having just bought sort of a new home. It's something I would love to just have one of these perhaps
Yes.
on my mantelpiece. I think they're beautiful. Personally, though, this one is my favourite. I just love the colours on it, and it's the epitome of Art Nouveau.
Yeah.
The wonderful stylised flower. As we turn over the back, sometimes they were stamped, and I
Yeah.
think that's what makes them more collectible. Unfortunately, this one isn't stamped, but nevertheless, I mean, to me, that's wonderful. And I personally would love that, and I would buy it myself. So is it something you're thinking of selling?
Well, we've got quite a lot of them, and we're moving to a smaller house, and something's got to
Yes,
give. Exactly.
It takes up a bit of room.
Yeah.
Because you mentioned that you've got quite a lot of these.
Yeah. 20 of those.
Right.
4 each of those and 4 of those.
Yeah. So in total, we've got quite a nice collection. I think we're going to make somebody very happy. Value-wise, probably I would be looking at about, I would think, 80 to 120 pounds. How does that sound to you?
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah. So what would you do with the money?
Prints.
Right.
Modern prints. So, yeah, I could
move on to something else.
I could get a print with that.
Thank you very much for bringing these along, Susie. They're absolutely beautiful. Something that really jumped out at me in the crowd.
Hello, Benny.
Hello.
You've brought along this marvellous, large, brightly coloured platter. Can you tell me something about it?
Just that it belongs to my mum, who bought it from a car boot sale a number of years ago.
Can we ask what you paid for it?
Somewhere in the region of about £1.
About £1?
Or somewhere
Did she buy it
around
because
there.
she liked it?
She did. She likes plates.
I think it's delightful. It's lovely, lovely, bright colours. It's Victorian or just slightly pre-Victorian, made in the Staffordshire regions where this pottery was made. It started with a transfer printed pattern, which you see around the outside here, which depicts the edges of the flowers here. And then you've got some rather crude but vibrant decoration applied here by what we can only describe as an unskilled hand, I think. They've daubed it on here and there, and hence it's gone over the edges somewhere and hasn't quite come up to the edge. But I don't think that matters, because the colours are so vibrant. There's a lovely blue with gilt borders to some of the floral decorations on this. There is a little bit of damage. It's a meat plate. It's been used, obviously, over the years, and you can see the cut marks that have gone through the paint and taken some of the paint off the surface. But other than that, I think it's in good condition. Let's just turn it over now. And it's not cracked. They usually crack these things, people drop them, which is not surprising. You feel the weight of that once you've got a bit of meat on it as well.
Yes.
Here we go. And we can see stone china, which is what we've said before. And then the initials JWR, which is John and William Ridgway. They started this factory in 1814, I think, 13 or 14, and the JWR mark was on the pieces until 1830. But then the Ridgway's factory went on and on beyond that. Coming on to the value and the investment of £1 that your mother made, why isn't your mother here anyway?
Because I swapped the plate for my 3-year-old daughter and said, "Oh,
permanently?
I'll take it." No.
Just for the day?
So she's babysitting and I'm plate sitting.
Well, your daughter's worth more, of course.
Of course.
But you've had a more relaxing day, possibly. I think it's very saleable. Sale room estimates £60 to £100, and
we'd put a reserve on it, perhaps of £50. Why does she want to sell it?
Well, because it doesn't fit anywhere. You know, for
Where does she
display
keep it?
purposes. Under her bed.
Under the bed? How long has it been under her bed?
A number of years. Yes.
And she takes it out of the bed, cleans it and puts it back under the bed again, presumably.
Well, I'm not
Seems
sure.
to have been well cleaned. Well, she can have a few bob instead of the plate.
Lovely.
Yeah, because I imagine eventually if it stays under the bed, it'll get damaged, won't it?
Probably,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, especially if the bed collapses.
Next up, Kate and Jimmy have brought in a teapot that's had a few knocks over the last few hundred years.
Kate, where did you get this teapot from?
Well, actually, it was given to me several years ago. It was a friend of mine, a dear friend of mine, and his father died, and he just gave me it as a token, and we knew it was chipped and things, and we just thought it was not worth very much, but it was just a token out of the house.
Now, it's just not just an ordinary teapot. It's actually quite a nice example of what we call creamware. Now, this really is quite a nice piece. It's a beautiful colour, really lovely navy blue, I would say. Nice sort of chinoiserie design. We've got this lovely, I actually love the handle. It's
The
a
handle's
nice,
really pretty,
it is
isn't it?
really nice, isn't it? This sort of interlacing reed strap, I guess we call it. And the sort of little finial on the lid is quite sweet as well, which is this little relief, moulded relief of a flower. It's really quite pretty. Creamware originated in about sort of 1740s, so this is probably a little bit later, so probably sort of 1760s. And why do you want to sell this?
At the moment, it's sitting in a cardboard box wrapped up in newspaper of all our other bits and pieces. We've just done the house, which took us 9 months, and we keep falling over and we throw things in the box, and that's going to be in there, and we're going to end up breaking that, and it's not going to be worth nothing. So
Anything.
I think we better let someone else enjoy that.
It's going to get even more damage.
Absolutely.
I think you
yeah.
probably made the right decision.
Yeah,
We'll try and let
definitely
someone
gonna get
else appreciate it. I've had a look at it, and I can notice that right across the front there's this huge crack going over, and of course a little bit going on. A bit of the spout has been cracked. Unfortunately, that will affect the value. I mean, if it was perfect, it would be about £300 to £500. As it is, however, I'm going to drop that considerably, I'm afraid, and it's going to be about £60 to £80. What do you think?
Not a lot of money, really, for 300 years old, is it?
No, I can see that, but it's
But I can understand the cracks, and I can understand the chips and all that. And
Are you going to sell at that price?
we'll put it in auction and see how we go, shall we? And we'll see if we got 2 or 3 people there that's going to love it and put their arms in the air, hopefully.
It's actually really not my cup of tea.
What a pun!
Sorry.
When you think of Cambridge, you immediately think of a long and established centre of knowledge and learning. With millions of words being written and read, we quite often take the humble pen for granted, but it has a long and fascinating history. I decided to do some homework with John Daniels of the Writing Equipment Society. This feels like being back at school and having to see the old headmaster.
I got it.
God, thank goodness for that.
Ah, Martin, over here.
John, this is a super collection. What have you got here?
Pen nibs, ink bottles, pens, pencils, you name it. I think in writing equipment terms, I've got it here.
The whole spectrum of the pen, really, isn't it?
Yes.
You know what they say, the pen is mightier than the sword,
It
don't they?
certainly is.
With what you've got here in the collection, can you give us a brief sort of potted history of how the pen has evolved and developed?
Well, the first pen that we're interested in really as collectors is the quill. The quills are still made today. They've been used from the 12th century, but you find that some calligraphers will still use a quill today.
Yeah.
And of course, quills weren't, as they're often shown in period drama, used with the full feather on.
The huge, great big plume.
No, they were usually cut down. This is a nice example of a decorative quill. It says "Remember Me" on it, and this would have been made by a Victorian young lady for her boyfriend.
Mm-hmm. It's all beadwork, isn't it?
It's all beadwork. You very rarely see them in that sort of condition.
What would it cost now to buy in auction?
I've no idea at auction. I've never seen them at auction. I had to pay £40 for it, but I've never seen another one.
Was that quite some time ago?
That was 4 or 5 years ago, yes. So quills had to be regularly sharpened, and it was thought that it would be a good idea if people just used the end of the quill, so that they could actually buy sets of quill slips, as they called them.
And I guess that's developed into the nib then?
Yes, it's much like the steel nibs. This is a quill holder, where you can see it's got a particular method of attaching the quills.
That's quite nice. It just has a collar that slides
just has
down.
a collar which slides down. The dip pens underneath are showing the steel nib, which came after the quill.
Are those dip pens quite valuable?
They tend to be increasing in value now. I would probably have picked those up for £10 or £15 about 5-10 years ago.
And what are they worth in auction?
Nowadays, you'd have a job to get them under 50.
Really?
Yeah.
So they were a good investment, weren't they?
Yes, they probably were. Then, after the quill pen, the next development, of course, was the fountain pen. And this is an example of an early fountain pen.
Is that one of the earliest known ones?
It's not one of the earliest known ones, but it's a pretty early one. It dates from the 1890s. It's made by the Eagle Pencil Company. They're not particularly rare. You can find them, but you don't often find them with the cartridge which they used to keep the ink in.
And that's a glass vessel,
It's a glass cartridge. So that was really quite forward-thinking in the 1890s. But most of those have been broken, so you don't find many with the cartridges.
How much would you expect to pay for that in auction?
Surprisingly, not a great deal, really. I think I paid about £40 or £50 for that.
Where did it move on from there?
From there on, you got the various different types of filling systems. Schaefer invented the lever filler.
I've had one of those. Yeah. Side lever.
Yes, this is a particularly nice model. This is a Wall Eversharp, a Doric.
And what happened after the side lever refill?
Well, after that, you're into the era of the modern fountain pen that we know and love today.
What a fascinating collection. Thank you very much, John. It's been an education.
Oh, and by the way, young Martin, where's your homework?
Sorry, sir, the dog ate it. If you'd like more advice and tips on collecting vintage fountain pens, you can log on to our BBC Antiques website at bbc.co.uk/antiques. On with the show, and let's remind ourselves what our eager sellers want to flog. I like the work Ali's done on her chair, and I hope to see her rewarded with £80 to £120. Susie's hoping for a night out on the tiles, if her tiles go for £80 to £120. Will it be meat to please you if Bernie forks in up to £100 for his meat platter? And Catherine's hoping Jimmy and Kate will be having more than biscuits with their tea if they brew up £60 to £80. Before the items go to auction, I want a second opinion from the man wielding the hammer, auctioneer Will Axon. Kate and Jimmy's creamware teapot.
Yep.
The experts have put £60 to £80 on this.
Yeah, well, I think they were influenced by the damage on the teapot there. I mean, that does affect the value, obviously. It's got a pretty nasty crack down the side, which runs through to the base. It's had a few chips on the spout there.
It's been well used,
exactly, it's been well used. But I like it. I think it's a nice thing. I like creamware, sort of, again, late 18th century, nicely moulded handles.
That's
and
a lovely bit of strap.
Exactly, nice sort of double strap there. All sort of typical of creamware pieces, but I think value-wise it could do a little bit more. I think something for the private collector who maybe can't afford the real thing, which would be sort of £300-400 upwards, at 60 to 80 seems like a cheap lot.
It is cheap, really, isn't it? Especially if you think, well, the teapot collectors or the creamware collectors would buy that, put it on a shelf quite high up against the wall with the damage on the other side.
Yeah, you've been round my house, haven't you?
Yes. Good, so that's going to do a little bit more.
I would hope so,
Well, that'll go towards their house renovation.
Excellent, good on them.
Right, on with the show. And first up, it's Ali's reupholstered Victorian button-back chair. But will she be rewarded for her efforts? Ali, you're still smiling.
I'm trying to.
Are we doing the right thing?
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope we are.
I hope
I had
we
a
are.
chat with the auctioneer earlier, and he said 80 to 120, it's about right. He expects it to go at the bottom end of the estimate.
Right, that would be great.
Which would be good.
Yes.
Thank goodness we've protected it with a reserve. of
Yes, I'm glad
£80.
about that.
So he can't use his discretion on this one. And I just hope the buyers are here.
So do I.
Are you by yourself, Ali, or have you brought moral support along?
I'm afraid I'm by myself today.
Oh. Well, let's just hope you're going home by yourself as well. And
Not with the chair.
This is it.
Now, here we are, the Victorian button-back chair being shown at the back of the room there. Thank you, Ollie. This is the yellow upholstered button-back one there. See me, and what's that worth to you? Give me a give me £100 for it, surely. £100 will you start me for it? The button-back there at £100 only. Clean enough, it's ready to go. 80 then, start me for it at £80. Surely at 80, 50 I have. At 50 now. The bid's with me at 50. At £50 now, only at 50. At £50 it's with me at 50 now. At £50 now only with me. 5 the wave. At 55 now. It's in the room at 55 now. With me still though at 60. £60. £60. 65. 70 with me. You sure? One more might do it. It's 70 with me. 5 if you like. You sure? It's £70. With me it's 70. It's £70. You're all done then, you sure? It's £70.
That's disappointing.
You're not going home alone, are you? Oh, I'm
That's
so sorry.
disappointing.
Good job it's not a sofa.
Yes, it is really.
I'm really sorry, Ali.
Never
I'm really,
mind.
really sorry. And I was going to ask you what you're going to put the money towards, but it's academic now,
Yes,
really,
it
isn't it?
is.
What are you going to do for the
That's
rest of the day?
I'm actually going into Cambridge and do some shopping.
Do some shoe shopping,
Yes.
maybe. Cheer yourself up. That's what girls love to do. Thank you very much.
No
Thank
problem
you.
at all.
Oh, well, Ali's stuck with her chair. I hope she hasn't got a long walk home. Next up are Susie's tiles. She couldn't make it to the auction, so Catherine and I are standing in. Catherine, it's such a shame Susie can't be with us
I know.
because things are moving here today and it's
They
such a
are.
fantastic atmosphere. But we're going to sell them.
Yeah.
We're going to flog them
Well,
on
we
her
hope.
behalf.
We hope.
Oh, come on, we will. When you look at it, you've put an estimate of 80 to 120.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the auctioneer's favourite estimate, isn't it? Really, 80 to 120. Bit of a cliche.
Safe.
£70 reserve. And when you work out how many tiles are in the box there, that's about £2.30p a tile. They've got to sell at that.
God, yeah,
They've got
they
to
should
sell at
do.
that. Let's hope they get the top end of the estimate.
But I don't like the way they've been displayed in that cardboard box. Nobody can see them. We should have had them all around the room decorated. I would have done that anyway. Would have been nice.
See, the woman's touch.
That's what it needs, a woman's touch.
We're going to find out now. Here we go, and good luck for Susie.
Yeah.
Lot 535 now with the tiles. There they are, the tiles. 31 in the lot here, 31 tiles here. I've got bids starting at 32, 5, 8, 40 now with me. At 40 now, 42, 45, 48, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 100, and 10, and 20, and 30. 130 it is, nearer me. Ladies bid at 130, at 130 bid. Are you all done elsewhere? You sure? At 130, my bidders are out at £130. Sold.
Yes.
Excellent. Shame she's not here though.
But we did it, and she'll be really pleased with that.
Yeah.
Bernie, we're a few lots away. You had this meat platter underneath your mum's bed, didn't you, for a long time?
Yes.
What was it doing under there?
It's just where she stored it because she couldn't find anywhere else to put it, I think. It's
Never
so
got
big.
used.
No, I
It
don't
was a
think
great.
so.
It was a great buy, though, wasn't it?
Yes.
Well, we're looking for the top end of the estimate here, Charlie. Are you still confident?
I'm confident of it selling.
Right.
50, 60 pounds. I think whether we'll get to 100 or not is another matter, but perhaps mid-ish estimate.
Yeah.
It's a good lot.
It is a very good
by
lot.
a good maker, it's nice colours, and it's far better off with a lot number on it than being under the bed.
Yeah. We got exactly. I wonder what else is under the bed.
No.
We've got a £50 reserve.
Yeah.
Who decided the £50? Was it you or was it Charlie? do you think?
I'm afraid it was me.
Was it?
There was a bit of a look of blank astonishment, really, when I suggested £50. I think Fiver probably would have clinched it.
So you just want to get rid of, really, don't you? Well, let's see if we can, because here we go.
£4.98, the Ridgeway meat plate, there it is. Good decorative lot there for you, something for your dresser there. I'm starting this here at 42, 5, 8 and 50 with me. At 50 now I have. 5 do I see at £50? 5, 60, 5, 70, 5, 80, 5. No, 85 it is then. Standing further from me at 85. My bidders are out. At 85 now have you. At 85 all done. Sold.
We've done it, though. 85 quid. Nearly the top end.
Yes.
Good profit.
Yes, that's fantastic profit, isn't it? Who gets that? What will the money go towards? Or who does it go to?
Mum. She'll be back under that bed having a look again. Just want to be careful what she finds next.
The chamber pot. Is she here today?
No.
Oh, you should have brought her along.
I tried.
She's
She'll
camera
watch it
shy.
on television.
She's camera shy, yes.
What's her name?
Jill.
Jill. Well, Jill, we got you £85, so she'll be very pleased with that, won't she?
She will. Thank you.
It's okay, thank you very much. Things are starting to sell well here. Let's see if we can shift Kate and Jimmy's teapot to round off a good day. Kate, Jimmy, it's great to see you. We're a couple of lots away from getting rid of the teapot. What's going through your minds right now? Will it or won't it sell?
Well, I hope I don't need to take it home
I'm
again.
sure you won't. Maybe you're thinking, did Catherine get the valuation right? Well, I think she did. I had a chat to the auctioneer earlier, and he seems to think if that was in fantastic condition, it's worth at least 400 quid. So let's hope a few chips won't put too many people off, and we might see it go at the very top end. How do you feel about that?
That'd be nice.
Nice.
Yes, that'd be really nice.
More the better.
Yeah, 1,200 could be nice.
There's no chance of that, is there, Catherine?
Who knows? I wouldn't have thought so, but we'll see what happens.
Here we go, this is
It's
it.
being shown, 202 there, this is it, the late 18th century creamware teapot there, in underglazed blue, nice little thing there, bit of damage, but nonetheless, see me in at what, £50 for it, start me at 50, 50 I have, at 5 the wave, 60, 5, 70, 5, 80, no, shakes the head, 80 now, doorways in, 5 fresh bidder, 90, 5, 100, 10, 20, 30, 140, 150, no, 150 it is now. 150 now, all done then at 150, 60, fresh bidder, 170, 180. Where are you? 180 it is, 190 the knot, £200. I'll take 10. At 200 now, seated bid at 200, at 210. 210, can't see you. You in, sir? 210 it is, shakes the head at 210 now, right, handed at £210, all done, you're short, 210.
Yes. I said 200.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah.
There we go.
That's it. Straight in the Fant embalming.
Where are you going?
The Fant embalming, Maidstone.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to leave it to charity. Birch charity. He serves up a lovely Heineken Export.
You preempted my question. I was going to say, what are you going to spend the money on? So now we know.
Heineken Export.
And a pint of cider for me.
That was unreal. I did not need to make that. Wasn't it, mate? 210?
Yeah, 210.
Time they take out a bit of commission, about 180, I suppose, isn't it? Day's work, mate, isn't it? That's what it's all about. It's a day's work, isn't it?
Not bad, is it?
Great.
So you can go home dead chuffed.
Yeah, we ain't got to take it home in a Tesco bag now.
Thank God for that.
Well, thanks very much for being
That's
good
okay.
sports.
And you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
very much.
Thanks
and
a
you.
lot.
You got it right, didn't you?
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, that was good.
Well, the auction's just finished, and everybody's taking home their newfound treasures. What a day it's been, a real mixture of highs and lows. But the highlight of the day has to be Jimmy and Kate's cracked creamware teapot. It reached a staggering £210. I hope you've enjoyed the show. You can now go and put the kettle on. See you next time on Flog It. If you'd like to take part in Flog It, then come along to the Guildhall in Northampton on Sunday the 15th of February, or the Guildhall in Chester on Sunday the 22nd of February, between 9:30 and 4 p.m.